Dekat slide nombor berapa?
Dekat slide planning tadi, Prof.
Ya,
Tak ingat nombor apa.
Ni ke? Ini ke? Atau ni?
Atas dia.
Which one? Huh? This one? Or this one? Which one? Or this one?
Before. 14.
This one? Ah, okay.
Yes.
How many of us are here now? Jadi masalah ni dia I tak boleh copy this slides, this original slide. So they don't allow to copy, download. I try and download the copy for all of you. They don't allow because this is slide given by the distributor. So it is accessed through the link and you cannot download. Okay, can we start? So how many of us is here already? Is it? Okay, when you talk about project management, we are talking about project planning, which is the key aspect of project management, project scheduling and controlling. So you have the project management consists of the planning part, which is performance, set the goals, what is the goal. Then you define the project, you break down into work breakdown structure, which is consists of the activities of your work that you need to complete, and identify your team and resources, basically. So that's planning of the project. So planning of the project consists you to plan all these aspects. From goals, objective, defining the project, you break down the work breakdown structure, and identify your team. So basically that is the project planning. So the scheduling part, the scheduling part is for you to schedule the activities. For as I mentioned to you, your project consists, for example, you do a house. From the start to finish, you have 50 activities. So you need to have these activities to arrange according to a sequence. So you need a sequence activities. Then you need to assign people who's going to do the project. You have the Gantt chart or the milestone. You do a milestone. The milestones consist of activities which start and finish. The milestone is what you call it. It is a form of list of activities which we start and finish. When you start and when you finish for every single activities. So how do you actually schedule resources in order you deliver your activities? Okay. This is a typical example how you control the project. You monitor the resources, you monitor the cost, you monitor quality, as well as you monitor your time. So what do you need to monitor? Your time, whether you finish on time. What else you monitor? Whether you have the resources to do it, and the cost, as well as what you call it, quality. So these are what you need to control. What do you need to control? If you don't finish on time, you need to revise the plan. One of the ways to revise, actually, you do not finish the project, you need to crash the project, which I mentioned to you earlier, to shorten the period so that you can finish on time. And again, you move your resources if you need to do that when you do controlling project. Controlling the project is done during the project. It's not, you don't control when the project is not there, or if the project is not complete, but activities doesn't proceed, like in pandemic, for example. Projects go, project is stalled. This does not move. So there's nothing to control because the project has been stopped for the last 6 months, for example. You cannot do the project. So the whole schedule of projects go haywire. Instead of completing the project by year end, you are not sure whether you can complete by the end of this year. You have to complete until next year because of the MCO, because of the PKP. So that is what is affecting the project. So these are the whole sequence of your project. You have project planning, you have scheduling the project, and you should the project should be able to be controlled, done during the project. So this is a typical example of what you need to be done. In the project planning, you need to look at the time, you need to look at cost, you look at budget, how much it costs. There should be drawing, there should be cash flow, there should be materials available in detail. The same thing when you do up your activity, the project activity which I will be assigning you is to be able to understand how it is done. There's two methods of doing it, and you need a Gantt chart, you need milestone charts, and you need cash flow schedule. In your case, you will not be doing a cash flow schedule. We'll skip that. So these are the last part, which is the planning, which is the controlling part. Whether your project finished on time, whether your cost exceeded what you budget for, then there is what you call cost overrun. Okay, then you have the first part, which is project planning. You have a project, you have the objective, you define the project, you create the breakdown structure, you determine the resources, and you form organization. So this is a 5 activities. You have the objective is to do a bungalow house. What is the define the project? Bungalow, a single story bungalow. Then you create a breakdown structure which consists of the activities. Then you determine resources. Then you form a team that need to finish off the project. Okay. This is project organization. Usually project organization is how you organize project. You put in people, you put in the cost to it, and you arrange a certain structure for organization. So project organization consists of a team. In some cases, a project need a team. No matter how small it is, you need a team. A team can be yourself. Okay, you have a project that is run by yourself, but you can have a team which interact with you. So you have a team which is directly not part of your project, but in the actual team, you are alone. Maybe you are and your colleague in the team, two team, but you require resources from other people. Then you bring in them team, bring in them in the organization as part of unaccounted team, unaccounted member. So it is in a sense, team can be in many forms. Okay. So these are important, most important aspect of project organization. One of the important part is to ensure the project should be able to finish on time. This is a typical project organization. You have the whole, as mentioned to you, the whole structure of the functional areas, and you have a project. So every project will have people to run this project. So this project is we call it an organization, is a matrix organization. It is based on project. So every project there will be project manager, mechanical engineer, and test engineer, depending on what kind of project. This is a typical sample of project organization. When you do up your project, for example, a small project, you also need to put in the sample of your simple arrangement of your project organization or project team. This is a matrix, as I mentioned to you, is based on projects, very complicated. Okay. What is the role of project manager? To make sure all the activities, for example, there are 40 activities, make sure they finish on time. And not only the project finish on time, project manager has to ensure that it's finished within budget. If the budget is, say, you do a house for 300,000, it has to be within a budget of 300. Whatever if you exceed 300,000, it means that you will be facing problem. So another important part, your project manager is to ensure, make sure there is direction for you to move the project itself. There's people you will be assigning who are motivated to complete the project. So this is the characteristic of project managers. Okay, one of the important characteristics of project manager is to have a good communication skill. So one of the major reason why project fail, because more than 80% of why project fail is because of poor communication. So there is always an ethical issue in projects. You have heard projects that If you are involved in project, people are become very ethical. We are talking about advances, offering gifts, giving project short of the actual specification, putting false report, changing time and expenses, claiming what it should not be instead of claiming for $1 million, you claim for 1.5 million. Actual work is 1 million. You claim for 1.5 million, or the claim is 10,000. The claim based on the work, the claim is 10,000. You claim 15,000. That is unethical. Okay, claim upon activities. So, what is the work breakdown structure? The work breakdown structure consists of level. First, the project, the major task in the project, the sub-tasks in a major project, activities or work packages to be completed. So this is a level of work breakdown structure. So this is 4 level. Breakdown structure, you have the whole structure. You have developing a window. Example, develop Windows 10 operating system. You need to have design. You need to have cost management. You need to have system. So this is the major. The second level we did mention here. Here, see this? The project, the major task, the sub-task, and the work packages. Again, let's look at it. This is what? What is this? Level 1. What is level 1? Project. What's level 2? Major task. So the major task consists of software design, cost management plan, and systems testing. Okay. If you have project, you break down according to this level. That's 4 level. The third level will be, third level is what? Sub-task in the major task. Okay. This is sub-task. This is sub-task in the major task. So the sub-task is to develop GUI. The sub-task is to design cost. The sub-task is module testing. Once you do system, you need to test it, right? The last part will be, what's the last part here? Activities of work packages to be completed. No matter how complicated job is, no matter how complicated a job is, it is breakdown into this work breakdown structure. By having a proper breakdown structure, you are able to do any kind of projects based on this structure. So basically, one of the beauty of project management, you can do any kind of project, whether it's a small project or big project, by the way of project management. Now, finally, you have the level 4 will be the work packages. All the activity is based on work packages. Okay, this is the work packages, the small activities here. Okay. Some of the project scheduling technique can be done by having to ensure when you do project scheduling technique, you have to ensure all activities are planned for. So, for example, you do a simple what do you call that, bungalow house for your family, for example. You are part of the project manager. You know, nobody else will assist you, except nobody has to assist you. You are part of the family. Your father or mother assign you to do the project. So you need to have all the activities planned for. Okay, if you do not know, who do you ask? You ask somebody who have done this project, bungalow house project. So you ask someone to have. So you have to list down all activities. Then their performance has to be accounted for. And then you organize activities. You ensure that there is time allocated for each activities, and you record down. Then finally, the overall project time is developed. So the overall project time developed will be the total time taken to complete the job. For example, one activity takes 1 day, or average of 2 days. You have 40 activities, it will be 80 days. 80 days divided by 30, that's about 2.5 months, right? Almost 3 months. So that is how it is calculated, simply say. Right? Okay, this is the purpose of project scheduling. The purpose of project scheduling is to do the relationship between one activity and the activity related to the whole entire project. For example, in order to, when you do, for example, you do a simple project to do, what do you call that? the Dean's List Award. For example, you do a Dean's List Award for your faculty, for your program, for example, or you do what do you call that, a farewell night. There's a project, right? So the first start of the project that you need to get approval from the Deputy Dean, right, of Aliwal. So to get approval, you need to do that first. That will be the first activity. So before you do the approval, you need to discuss. So the discussion with you need to create a team. So you create jawatankuasa untuk melaksanakan malam perpisahan. Contohnya lah. So that project, the team, you have 82 of you, you have put up a team. So out of the team, you have 5 people who do the plan. You discuss with your Deputy Dean Haiwal Pelajar of the faculty. You bring the proposal, let him approve. So the first thing is you form the team. From the team, you plan the activities, what comes first and what comes later. So you identify the precedent relationship. So what comes first? You need a team. What's after that? You need a proposal. After that, after that, you need to see your Deputy Dean Aliwal Pelajar, Timbalan Dekan Aliwal Pelajar. So do you see the Deputy Dean Aliwal Pelajar first? Or you need to have a team first. So obviously you need the team. So to meet with Haiwal Pelajar, Timbalan Dekan Haiwal Pelajar will be the activity that will precede after you form a team. So identify the precedent relationship. What precedence mean? The activity that comes before. So in order for you to meet with Deputy Dean for Haiwal Pelajar, you need to have to form the team. You need to have the plan. The plan of the whole malam perpisahan. So you need to have a team. How do you have tactics? You could discuss in your group what are the every single activities until the end of your malam perpisahan. Malam perpisahan. It will be the last activity. You finish at 11, what will need to be done at 11, for example. Okay. Encourage setting of realistic time estimates. So when you do up your activities, it has to be realistic. How do you know it's realistic? Based on experience. You don't know, you ask people. You check around, you get to have the information. Then you put in cost estimate for each activity. So it is important to have people to assist you. It's important to have resources in order for you to avoid any failure of the project. Any situation whereby you are unable to finish every single activity until the activity ends, which when the malam perpisahan ended at 11 o'clock, it has to be ended at 11 o'clock. Otherwise, you will have security problem or many other problems, for example. So that's how why project scheduling is important. So one of the techniques, few of the techniques when you do a project scheduling is by having a Gantt chart. It's very important you have to have Gantt chart. Before you have Gantt chart, you need to have milestone. You need to have milestone. How do you do milestone? As I mentioned to you, milestone is the activity. It starts at what time? It starts at what date and finish at what date? There is start and finish for every activity. Okay. If, for example, you have 40 activities, then the 40 activities will have every duration of time. So, for example, this one activity takes 5 days. If every activity takes 5 days, then it takes 200 days to finish 40 activities. All right? 40 activities, 200 days takes about 18 days to finish, right? 40 activities, 200 days. Divided by 30. It takes about 6 months. 6 times 3, yeah. More than 6 months. Okay? So this is a simple example of simple Gantt chart. You have the time, you have the activity. It can also be your task. It can also be what do you call that? This one can also be your main task. It can also be activity. Under this design, there are many other parts that we look at. So this is basically a simple Gantt chart. So this is the service. We're talking about the activities. This is a detailed part of during passenger, you talk about the planning, baggage claim. When you talk baggage, the container offload and pumping. So these are the sub activities. So this is the time taken for every activity. So this is a typical what we call a typical Gantt chart for Delta Jet here. So here we have activities in terms of time, minutes, in terms of service. So you have to allocate for time. So that will be the 40, what we call 40 minutes. It takes 40 minutes to service Delta Jet. So it takes about 40 minutes, short period to service before the next flight. Okay. Project controlling, you control whether your activity achieve according to the budget, according to the cost. It's according to the quality required to control. Some of the report can be done computerized. Nowadays, when you do projects, all computerized. That I mentioned to you, the project management software is used, is input in all the activity in a project management software, whereby you can compute it. Will help you to do up the Gantt chart. You will help you to plan the activities. You're able to give you some cost. You have your cash flow, right? There is several of particular even I at master's levels when I uh, to you cannot see you cannot meet up the Deputy Dean H. Haliwa Praja until you have a team. You cannot have the Deputy unless you have a plan, a proposal. Proposal as well as Deputy Dean. So this is a simple explanation. So there is 6 steps. So this one is a most important part. There is 6 steps PERT and CPM. The first part is to define project and prepare structure. To develop relationship among activities. First, the project. So what I mean is that the network consists of activities where you can schedule, you can plan, you schedule the activities, when to start, when to finish, when you put in materials, how much it will cost, you monitor and you're able to control it. So the whole activity, the whole network is so very important. Without the network, no scheduling can be done, no monitoring can be done without having, if you don't have that network. What actually you answer during when what are the things you will be able to answer when you do your network and by PERT or CPM? Okay, when will the entire project be completed? What are the critical activities and or tasks in the project? Which are the non-critical activities? Okay, what are the critical activities? You need to have the critical activities. What is the probability of the project that will be complete by a specific time? So these are 4 questions. So when you given I will be giving you an assignment, these are the 4 things you need to produce the output, the answer. How long the project will take? What are the critical activities? What are the non-critical activities? What is the probability of project will be completed by specific? We probably the project, okay, takes a long time. So what are the resources required? Do you need more resources? And finally, does it, how do by okay, you have B and C cannot begin unless A is completed. B and C cannot start until you have completed A. So what I mean is either depend on arrow. Okay, you depend on arrow, the arrow here. A, activity A, B, C. Okay, this is how you define in terms of 2 different sets. Either you do it on activity on node or activity on arrow. Okay, we will not be covering dummy here, dummy activity. Okay, here C and D cannot begin until both A and B is completed. So C precede, C only C will precede A and B. So activity C cannot be done until A and B completed. Activity D cannot be done, cannot be completed until A and B is completed. Okay, so C and D cannot complete, cannot start, or cannot begin unless A and B is completed. Okay, here C cannot begin until A and B are completed. C cannot cannot start until, cannot begin or start until the A and B activities is completed. So A and B, C activity will precede A and B. Okay, precede O and B. So this is interdependency. So here D cannot begin until B is completed. A dummy activity is introduced in AOA. Arrow and arrow, you put a dummy here. Activity. So we will not cover this part. We will not cover this part. comparison between active or not. Here we have B and C. B and C cannot begin until A is completed. So A activity has to finish, C activities only B and C can done. So you have to finish activity A in order to start B and C. D cannot complete unless you finish A, B, and C, or you finish B. B and C has to be completed, then you can do activity D. Okay? And this is, you need a dummy, to do in terms of activity on arrow. Okay, let's start. This will be, this is the most important part, which is to do your network. Okay, very carefully, you should understand almost all your questions will have this table. Activity table. How you read this activity table is that Milwaukee paper activity, very simple activities for you to understand how to do your network. Okay, you start off with a total of how many activities? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 activities. So the whole Milwaukee project, Milwaukee paper activities, and this is immediate. That's what comes. What comes after that? Okay, immediate. For example, you build internal. There's no activity before. Nothing. When you do big activity, there's nothing before. Finish activity. So
Semua okey ke? Aku rasa yang problem ni pada pengajian ke atau internet tak bisa nak elok. Siapa tahu Google Meet dia ada bayar ke kalau lebih sejam?
Dia tak bayar mati.
Discord. Sekarang dah bayar dah. Dulu sekarang bayar. Discord.
Apa dia Daya?
Dok di Discord.
Discord.
Seling aja Discord. Main.
Yang Discord kalau masuk server pun lain macam.
Kalau Discord je bayar sikit lah. Jumpa support saya punya streamer streaming audio Omni TV.
Siang.
Baru masuk Prof lah. Ni kan ada lagi satu assignment kan lepas kelas.
Ada.
Boleh tak kalau buka table dulu ni ambil attendance. Ambil attendance dulu lah sebagai backup. Jadi yang senang. Muslim, buka apa tu?
Lain macam Muslim.
Tadi tu bukan kamera sangat. Dah bukan kamera. Ikuan, handsome lah Ikuan.
Dah berapa muka Jo gitu?
Ikut kata
Handsome
MB.
ya Ikuan.
Ikut kata MB.
Ikuan. Oh Ikuan.
Apa?
Tak ada bilik kau.
Handsome ya Ikuan.
Muslim.
Wan Z, tahniah Wan Z dapat BNM.
Tahniah agak si dapat BNM kau.
Tahniah Muslim dapat PN Islam.
Tahniah Jo dapat SGDM.
Terima kasih ya.
Dapat tak dapat benda-benda pun tak apa tu. Asal dapat more.
Tengok bok dapat apa? Dapat jual air.
Asyuk. Syamil. Jangan sedih-sedih. Saya senyum sikit. Senyumlah sikit. Syamil. Senyum sikit.
Pelik yo.
Kan handsome.
Prof kat mana? Prof kat sebelah ni dekat link lain. Dekat sini.
So, aku
Prof
buka
kata
kamera.
Prof ada.
Okay, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Salam Prof.
Waalaikumsalam.
Slide mana yang tak dengar tadi? Baru lagi kau dah lama?
Start yang 6 step tu. PRT
Jadi baru lagi lah. Ini ke? Yang ni dah? Yang ni dah?
Tak tubik lagi.
Ni?
Tak keluar pun.
Oh, tak share lagi. Let me check.
Oh,
Okay,
satu
okay,
bit,
okay. Okay, share. Ya. Internet ni. Pakai ni. Saya rasa kalau saya ada problem, you all lagi banyak problem. Dia ada problem lah. Sharing. Okay. Tak keluar lagi? Tak keluar lagi tak?
Belum lagi bro. Tak keluar.
Tak ada apa.
Dia makan masa. Inilah masalah online ni. Hampir 5.30 ni. Macam mana? Kita perhabiskan lah untuk how to do the network. Ada internet problem lah. Tak boleh keluar.
Prof punya line tu okey ke?
Dia okey tapi dia tak boleh buka, tak boleh sharing.
Oh,
Mungkin kena keluar masuk balik.
Okey, keluar masuk balik. Okey, why don't I do that? Why don't I? Dia tak gerak.
boleh bro, boleh share balik. Meeting lagi 5 minit nak habis. Masuk link baru boleh tak? Semua masuk link baru. Dia terkeluar tak? Masuk link baru
Pakai link baru lah.
Okay. Nanti Discord tau Alright.
Okay, Discord, Ami TV.